Hello everyone, I'm Meteorologist Charlie Ironmonger. Thank you so much for joining me today for your noon news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. Now we've got breaking news out of Kinston where there's been a fatal shooting. Now we are again working for more details on this story, and we have reporter crews out to the scene as we speak. But here's what we know so far. Police say the shooting took place in Kinston around 10:45 a.m. at College Street and Manning Street. One person was shot, and police say he died at the scene. Now, again, we hope to have more information on this breaking news story coming up within the next hour. We do have, again, news crews headed to that location, and we'll provide, again, coverage of that story when we gather more details. But, again, initial details right now are just being shared by the police department. Now, we also want to highlight, of course, the other big story going on across the country, well, across the world, and that is Category 5 Hurricane Melissa. Doing a quick check on, still does not look like the center of Melissa has actually made landfall. But NBC's George Salas has been in Jamaica the past few days and has this to say again about the preparations and what's being done to help try to keep people and property safe.
Hurricane Melissa is taking direct aim at Jamaica, with tourists stranded on the island and residents hunkering down.
We are real worried because it might just rip the whole place apart.
Melissa has already claimed lives there ahead of its arrival.
We've had 3 deaths related to the preparation of the storm.
Even before the powerful storm's arrival, its presence is being felt.
We will have a storm surge above 17 feet in many areas. We will have between 30 and 40 inches of rain in many areas. And you will have 160-mile-an-hour winds. That is a risk to life, livelihood, and to even modern infrastructure.
Winds whipping up and the rain coming in, water washing over this bridge.
Hurricane sounds horrible outside. It just sounds as if somebody's pouring buckets and buckets of water.
This stunning satellite image capturing lightning flashes inside Melissa's eye wall. The storm so powerful, even a NOAA Hurricane Hunter aircraft had to turn back. Local shelters taking in those at risk, and Americans from the Cajun Navy on standby to help out.
There's going to be, people could be trapped for months. This storm is more powerful than Hurricane Maria, more powerful than Katrina.
While some tourists left the island, others forced to ride out the storm.
You know, I got my wife and kids here, also got my mom, my parents. You know, as long as we get through the wind and the rain and everybody is safe, that's all I ask for.
And again, that was George Salas reporting. We now want to turn to, of course, the latest from Melissa. Here is a look at that eye wall again. The eye wall has made landfall, but it's not the actual center of the storm that has made landfall, at least not quite just yet. We're continuing again to keep an eye on that announcement, but right now it looks like it is going to be impacting the area around Paratee Bay. That's where the center of Melissa currently sits. It's moving northeast at 9 miles an hour with maximum sustained winds of 185 miles an hour, gusts up to 220 miles an hour. Now, as far as the pressure reading goes, 892 millibars. That is the 3rd strongest hurricane based on pressure that we have in recorded Atlantic Ocean history. This is a massive system, and unfortunately Jamaica is going to be really taking the full brunt of it here for today and even overnight tonight. Now, speaking of overnight tonight, it will be making landfall, a secondary landfall, along the southern coast of Cuba by the time we get to the early hours of your Wednesday morning. Anticipating around 2 to 3 a.m. Secondary landfall, and then Melissa really starts to speed up. The forward movement speed will accelerate. That is great news for us, but we will start to feel some of the waves off of Melissa reach our coast by the time we get into your Wednesday afternoon to Wednesday evening. From there, we've got all day Thursday for that system to again head towards Bermuda. It will stay at least 600 miles off of our coast, but the wave energy that will reach our coastline will still create some beach erosion concerns. As far as what we've got here in eastern North Carolina right now, it is a gray, dreary, and windy day. Thankfully, the winds aren't quite as strong as what they're having to deal with in Jamaica. We are dealing with strong winds, but nothing even getting close to what they're dealing with in the Caribbean. For today, again, it's a combination of winds and rain that will keep our air temperatures quite a bit cooler than our seasonal average. We'll see those raindrops fade away a little bit more as we head into your Wednesday morning, only to pick back up again over the tail end of Wednesday. Here's a look through our Neuse River cam, and this is pretty much the story throughout eastern North Carolina. It is gray, it is gloomy, it is not a day where many want to be outside. Northeasterly wind at 16 miles an hour, keeping those air temperatures again in the mid to upper 50s throughout most of the east. The Outer Banks and the Crystal Coast right now seeing low 60s, but I don't think anybody's really jumping off the couch getting ready to go out for a walk on the beach with these types of conditions out there. Current wind speeds, sustained winds. Inland areas, you're looking at 10 to 20 miles an hour. For those of you watching closer to the water, you're looking at 20 up to about 30 mile an hour sustained winds. Gusts have gone beyond 40 miles an hour so far today across many spots along the Sounds and the Outer Banks. Inland areas, it's been more of a 20 to 30 mile per hour gust range, and right now most areas are falling within that range. Later on this evening, winds will gradually start to relax a little bit, but anticipating these windy and breezy conditions to carry over through the entirety of the daylight hours today before going back to more of a 10 to 15 mile per hour sustained wind as we head through your Wednesday. Now, those of you watching closer to the water still anticipate about a 15 to 25 mile an hour sustained breeze across your area coming up for tomorrow. Again, the coast will still see breezy conditions tomorrow, even as that low pulls away from the coast. Then we get another system, another area of low pressure into the east that will again provide us with wind and rain coming up for your really Wednesday night into Thursday morning. This is a picture by the time we get to 9 a.m. on Thursday. Now, the good news is that that system is going to be there, and that will help steer Melissa out more towards Bermuda than towards us. That cold front's going to do more than just drop our air temperatures and give us some rain showers. It will provide a bit of protection from Melissa as that low kind of carries everything out into the Atlantic. Now, may notice South Carolina coming up Thursday morning, 9 a.m., looking very sunny. We will get to enjoy that sunshine over the tail end of Thursday and then through Friday and Saturday. So something again to look forward to. I know the conditions outside right now are very dreary. We will get back to the sunshine, and it will come at the right time when we need it to. Halloween, it's never fun when you got to contend with, wet conditions, cool weather, and a costume trying to collect candy. We're wiping out the rain for your Friday. And unfortunately, you may need a jacket still for those cooler conditions, but at least it's only one weather headache you're going to have to deal with versus two. So right now, again, Halloween looking pretty good. No rain, just some chilly weather, but you should be able to contend with that, as that's usually the norm for eastern North Carolina's Halloween forecast. We will again be warming up through the upcoming weekend with 70s returning to the east by Monday and Tuesday of next week. Again, that's all we have time for today's noon news and weather update from the First Alert Desk, and do another quick check, and yet again still have not seen an update indicating landfall for Melissa. So that is certainly something we're going to continue to monitor right here on the First Alert Desk. We will bring you the latest when it happens, but for right now, again, everything is still just off the coast of, at least the center of Melissa, still off the coast of Jamaica, but anticipating landfall here momentarily. Again, we will have more news and weather coming up at the top of the hour. Until then, I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your Tuesday. We'll see you back here coming up in just a bit.